Hey everyone, I'm Eric, also known as EMC 150, or just EMC for short, and welcome back to... let's just do this. This is the finale of Legacy of Kain Soul Reaver. I don't know how long this episode is going to end up being, but we are very close to the end. I might as well finish it off now. That was a weird camera angle. Camera. Thank you. Alright, this is actually something right here that I missed the first time. So very obvious, but camera didn't point that way. It was looking this way, so I just ran right by it and didn't realize it. So we have a cross with a football thing. I'm going to call it that because I don't know what else to call it. Squiggly triangle. That is now a thing. And we have the circle Z. Those are going to be important. Because, whoa, that is our clue for what we're doing in here. Otherwise, you are literally just doing this trial and error until you find the right combination. Why are you... How are you still... How are you still up after all of that? Okay, these guys are annoying. Definitely annoying. Alright, I'm gonna take my weapon here. So what do we have here? Right here we have the circle. So we're gonna basically... Wait, hold on a second. Oh, okay, I see. We have the cross. That's what's in the center, so that's what we're wanting to line up. Thank you for not working properly. So now we have the cross lined up with that, which is what we wanted. What do we have over here? We have the Z, so we want this to line up with the circle. Alright. It is now lined up with the circle. So that means this is the triangle squiggly. Yeah, the squiggly triangle. And so now that all three is done, Yep, my English is great, can't you tell? Thank you, camera. Thank you, game. I wasn't moving at all there. It just threw me off on its own. One switch. Of course. Yep, because I can do this. Be nice if I can angle the camera up. You cannot. Two switches, one more switch will open that last door. Yeah, sadly the only way to angle the camera up is to go into the manual thing, which you can't move or jump or anything while you're in it, so it's not that helpful. Well, at least in this situation it's not that helpful. I don't like that. The door opens and closes off your previous path. I don't think there's any going back, well, that way anyway. This is a very long corridor. Oh, you know what? I actually remember where we are even.
arrival in this miserable age. What trickery is this?
It is no illusion, Raziel, but a glimpse into the currents of time itself.
Saw a little bit of the past there. This is Mobius's lair, after all, right? Time streamer. Gonna get a few glimpses into the past, maybe some glimpses into the future. Who knows? Well, clearly I do.
These apparitions torment me. Has this all been foretold?
Is this all foretold? If you haven't gathered from at this point in the game, the whole aspect of destiny and your future and all things like that, whether it's whether you forge your own path or everything is destined, that is a very big theme and very, you know, theme and discussion sort of thing in the Legacy of Kain series, or at least in the Soul Reaver series. Okay, that is cool, and I didn't notice that before, but I believe I actually know who that character is, and if I'm right, we will meet him in the second game.
Impossible. This must be one of Kain's deceptions.
Would you believe this? Walking through here, seeing glimpses of your past, things, you know, seemingly known for, well, God knows how long. According to what Raziel had said earlier, Kain, this is where the Oracle's Cave is, where Kain had his first meeting with Mobius, and, you know, had a whole bunch of stuff there. So, like, is all of this, has it been foretold, like, eons ago? What do you think?
My mind reels with conflict. Does Kain await me moments from now? Or in some century yet to come?
Who knows? Is that depiction the final boss encounter in this game? Or perhaps is it something from a later game? There are 2 more in this series.
This cannot be. What madness does this scene portend? Kain must think me credulous to suffer these lies.
And then again, maybe these are a bunch of lies trying to manipulate Raziel. I mean, like, look what Kain has done to you so far. So is this all part of his plot as well? Food for thought.
Is this phantasm a conjuration of my mind, or an echo of future events?
Now, I actually don't remember what the hell that one is on about, but that just looks really cool. It has been a very long time since I've played these games. Alright, now there's, if I remember right, there is something to keep an eye out for down here. Because it is not overly difficult to just walk right by this. Did you see it? First time I played this game, I walked right by that and I did not see it. This is the final gate of the game. And this is the way that, for whatever reason, if you save your game and you turn off and you come back, this is your only way to get back down here quickly. Otherwise, you would have to go through the dungeon from start to finish, basically from start to finish again. So, if you have any inkling of playing this game, get this warp gate. And we are just before the final encounter. So let's see what this what Kain has in store for us.
At last. I must say I'm disappointed in your progress. I imagined you'd be here sooner. Tell me, did it trouble you to murder your brothers?
Did it trouble you when you ordered me into the abyss?
No. I had faith in you. In your ability to hate. In your self-righteous indignation.
Lies. You cannot have foreseen all of this.
Eternity is relentless, Raziel. When I first stole into this chamber centuries ago, I did not fathom the true power of knowledge. To know the future, Raziel. To see its paths and streams tracing out into the infinite. As a man, I could never have contained such forbidden truths. But each of us is so much more than we once were. Gazing out across the plains of possibility, do you not feel with all your soul how we have become like gods? And as such, are we not indivisible? As long as a single one of us stands, we are legion. And that is why, when I must sacrifice my children to the void, I can do so with a clear heart.
Very poetic, Kain. But in the end, you offer no more than a convenient rationalization for your crimes.
These chambers offer insight for those patient enough to look. In your haste to find me, perhaps you have not gazed deeply enough. Our futures are predestined. Mobius foretold mine a millennium ago. We each play out the parts fate has written for us. We are compelled ineluctably down preordained paths. Free will is an illusion.
I have been to the tomb of Seraphan, Kain. Your dirty secret is exposed. How could you transform a Seraphan priest into a vampire?
How could I not? One must keep his friends close, Raziel, and his enemies even closer. Can you grasp the absurd beauty of the paradox? We're the same. Seraphan and vampire. With our holy wars, our obsession with Nosgoth's domination, who better to serve me than those whose passion transcends all notions of good and evil?
I will not applaud your clever blasphemy. The Seraphan were saviors, defending Nosgoth from the corruption that we represent. My eyes are opened, Kain. I find no nobility in the unlife you rudely forced on my unwilling corpse.
You may have uncovered your past, but you know nothing of it. You think the Seraphan were noble, altruistic? Don't be simple. Their agenda was the same as ours.
You are lost in a maze of moral relativism, Kain. These apparitions and portents. What game are you playing now?
Destiny is a game, is it not? And now, you await my latest move.
That was a lot. Oh. I actually never thought of shooting him before. I'm not sure if that just stuns him for a little while or not, but that definitely doesn't hurt him. So, I said in the other episode, one of the earlier episodes, that having a health bar this big will come in handy in the final encounter. Well, this is how much damage you actually take. That is enough to kill you or dissolve your body, I guess, if you don't have any of the health, like if your health isn't increased at all. And the reason why they have this health regenerator thing here is because you can only damage him with the Soul Reaver. You can't hit him unarmed, he'll just kind of laugh, and that's that. And so this fight is exactly like the first fight with him, only every time you hit him, he does this. There you go. He turns part of the machine on and goes up one level higher. So you have enough time to get to him regardless, but when you for the final hit, you got to be really quick. And going back to those, I'm letting him hit me right now. Going back to the what we were seeing on the way up here, it looked like a final confrontation with Kain. This is definitely not the room that scene took place in. So there's no way that was showing the final confrontation here. That was showing something to come later on. And in fact, the symbol on the ground, if you kind of remember what it looks like or look back at it, the symbol on the ground is actually Kain's symbol, I believe. Could be wrong about that, but I'm pretty sure it's Kain's clan marking. I don't know where he's coming from. Oh, right in front of me. See, this is the hard part about this fight, is that not only do you have to know where he is, but you don't have much time. You have exactly enough time to get to him. And I have no idea where he is. He's not here. So I'm just going to go up to this and hopefully, eventually I will get the right one, because I can't hear. Oh, he's right here. Perfect. Damn it. He's right across from me. Maybe I'll have enough time, because yeah, I can't hear where he is. I don't know if I'm getting close to him sound-wise or not. but I'm just basically guessing because he usually goes to the opposite spot after he hits you. There you go. You got to be quick. And you have to high jump to get up that last one.
You nearly had me, Raziel. But this is not where or how it ends. Fate promises more twists before this drama unfolds completely.
Be warned, Raziel. Once you cross this threshold, you are beyond my influence.
Raziel, Redeemer and Destroyer, Pawn and Messiah, welcome, time-span soul. Welcome to your destiny. Where time is but a loop, a loose stitch in the universal cloth, a streamer might seize upon a chance, a fatal slip, and plunge the fate of planets into chaos.
To be continued. So that last bit of text, that last dialogue there, what the hell does that mean? Time Streamer can take a fatal chance and plunge the planets into chaos. Well, I'm pretty sure I know what it's talking about, but I'm not going to spoil anything for the later games because I do plan on playing the next 2 games in the series on the channel. And I'm not sure if I'm going to go right into Soul Reaver 2 after this. I might do something else in the meantime. But it's actually very likely that I will just go right into Soul Reaver 2. So I guess next week you'll find out. Well, maybe next week. The next new series I put up there, you'll find out. But either way, I absolutely adore this game. This series really, actually this series sparked my interest in voice acting back in the day when it came out. I looked into that for a while, and I didn't actually pursue it, but this is definitely, like, the talent in this, the voice actor, like the actors themselves they're perfectly cast, they're amazing. Simon Templeman as Kain is absolutely amazing. Michael Bell as Raziel, again, like, you couldn't have got a better cast for the main characters anyway. And Tony J, it's really unfortunate that he passed away, but oh my god, his talent, like his voice, his repertoire, actually, if you look him up on the movie database or something like that, the IMDb, he's got a lot under his belt, and he's definitely, like, if you're unfamiliar, go check it out. Go check out Reboot. If you've never watched the Reboot series back, I think it started in like the 90s or whatnot, go watch it. It's amazing. He's one of the main villains. A lot of fun. It's, oh man, I can't praise him enough. I can't praise the other talents. The writing in this game and everything, the series is just perfectly written. Can you tell I'm a fan? If you haven't played these games, well, again, go out and pick them up. You can get all 3 of the Soul Reaver games on Steam. They're all on, so they're not very expensive. Like last I looked, they were like $7, under $8 per game, Canadian anyway. So no excuses. If you're interested, they're out there. They're really good. They're definitely worth playing. This game is on the PSN as well. It's a PS1 classic. So I can't stress it enough. If you like this game, go out and play it. Go grab it. Definitely worth it while. And I'm going to stop talking. I'm going to let the rest of this go, and I'm going to kind of disappear. So thank you for watching. Thank you for your support, and I hope you enjoyed. And until the next time, whatever it happens to be, take care, you hear?
It's